The chamber hums, low whispers building. The first crack in the mirror wasn't just sound, it was a feeling, a shiver deep in my bones, like something inside me had split. The shadow loomed over us, its faceless head tilting, its shape like smoke twisting in slow motion. No eyes, no mouth, yet I felt it watching. One word, Elira. The voice slid into my thoughts like silk over a blade. Your name, and everything you've lost will be yours again. The mark on my palm burned like fire. For a moment I wanted to say it, to give it my name, to see what it would give back. But some part of me knew, if I did, I'd never be me again. Whispers rise, overlapping voices. Remember the fire. Remember the vow. Remember what you were before. Images flooded me. Not memories, not yet, but fragments. A circle of faces, torches blazing in the night, a child crying in my arms, and my voice, my own voice, whispering words I didn't understand. I stumbled back, clutching my chest. The air was heavy, pressing in like a weight. Elira! Liam grabbed my shoulders. Don't listen to it. It's not you. I looked into his eyes, steady, worried, human, and for one moment I believed him. But then the mark pulsed again, and I wasn't sure. The chamber awakens. The ground shuddered, cracks racing across the stone floor. Red symbols on the walls flared to life, beating like a heart. Dust rained from the ceiling. Nia screamed and dropped to her knees, covering her ears. The whispers weren't whispers anymore. They were a storm. Moose's hand tightened on the machete at his belt. He'd always told us this was just ruins, just a tour. But I could see it now. He wasn't just a guide. He was someone who had been here before. The offer. The shadow stepped closer. Its body rippled like dark water. It didn't need to speak out loud. Its voice was already in me. Say it. Say your name. Come home, Elira. The word home made my throat ache. Something deep in me wanted to step forward, to let go, but Liam's hand gripped mine. Don't you dare, he whispered. You fight this. Sudden impact. Floor cracks open. The shadow's hand slammed into the ground. The entire chamber shook, and long crimson cracks spidered out beneath our feet, like veins across the stone, pulsing with a glow. The walls moaned. A mirror shattered behind us. A gust of wind, cold and howling, blew through the room from nowhere. Nia screamed. Liam pulled her back just before a jagged edge nearly struck her, and then... The voices weren't whispers anymore. They were screams, hundreds of them, thousands. Each voice carried pain. Each voice knew my name. Musa's reveal. Musa stepped forward, not running, not afraid. He raised his machete, but not like a weapon, like a shield. He turned his head to me, voice steady. This isn't the first time I've seen this. What? I choked. You said you didn't know anything. I lied. His eyes glowed faintly red in the chamber light. I was once marked, like you. The chamber reacted, as if recognizing him. A burst of wind knocked us backward. The shadow roared, not with sound, but with force. The choice. Musa turned to me. You can end this. You're not just someone who wandered in. You were called back. Called back. I wanted to scream. I wanted to run, but I didn't. Because something inside me stirred again. A memory I didn't choose to remember. I saw myself standing where Musa stood, only I wasn't holding a machete. I was holding a mirror, lifting it, reflecting something terrible back toward the creature. The ritual. The walls flared again, symbols shifted, the whispers began chanting in rhythm. Sahi, Sahi, Sahi. Time. Now Musa yelled over the wind. You can't fight it, but you can bind it. Use your name, not to give yourself, but to seal it. My body shook. I dropped to one knee. The mark on my palm burned white hot. Liam held me, but even he didn't understand what was happening anymore. Musa faced the shadow, his voice the only thing that wasn't shaking. Come for me instead. The shadow lurched forward with a scream that wasn't sound, but a ripping inside my head. It launched itself toward Musa, arms like smoke and ash, mouthless face wide with hunger. No! I screamed. But Musa didn't move. He didn't fight. He stood there, solid, eyes locked on mine. And then, just before the shadow hit him, he whispered my name. Elira. And everything stopped. The freeze. The chamber froze mid-motion. Dust hung in the air like stars. The shadow was inches from Musa, but couldn't move. Its form twisted violently, as if my name had stabbed it. The mark on my palm glowed brighter, whiter than anything else in the room. Suddenly, I remembered everything. The ritual, the mirror, the voice that was once mine, leading the others who had come before. I had been part of the sealing, long ago. I had failed once, and now the seal had broken. But I had one more chance. The final stand. I stood, heart pounding like a war drum, and raised my palm toward the shadow. You don't get to choose me, I said. I choose who I am. It screamed again. The chamber pulsed red, but I didn't stop. I stepped forward. The mark on my hand extended outward, a light stringing between the walls, the floor, the ceiling. The air hummed. The shadow's body began to crack, veins of gold light slicing through its form. The name seal. I whispered my name. Once, clearly, not in surrender, but in power. Elira. And the light burst from my hand like a storm. The entire chamber exploded in gold. The mirrors shattered into mist. The walls trembled, then fell silent. And the shadow, it let out one last, echoed shriek as it crumbled into ashes, sucked back into the stone beneath my feet. The aftermath, silence. A silence I'd never heard before. Musa was on the ground, eyes closed but breathing. Liam stumbled toward me, helping me stand. Nia cried softly, hugging me tight. The chamber's glow began to fade, but not completely. A small, faint symbol remained on the floor, a ring with 4 lines. Our mark.